Today, I'll be showing you guys the progress on the 1947 Chevy 3100. One thing I will get out of the way real quick. I'm not doing multiple takes. I'm not gonna do this whole like, it's not perfect. If it's not perfect, that just is what it is right now. I don't really have time to do the multiple take thing. I actually have to work on this. We have a pretty strict deadline. It's a ways away. SEMA is the first week of November, right? So don't get me wrong, it's only February 3rd, I believe, maybe 4th. I think it's 3rd. Let me check right now. 4th. So it's February 4th right now as I'm shooting this. So I'm not doing the multiple take thing. If I sound stupid, I sound stupid, you know? But I have so much work to do, and to keep you guys updated with what I'm doing, if I screw up, I screw up. So it is what it is. Yesterday was a pretty big progress day. Got the axle back out from underneath the truck. Got all the 4-link arms sitting over there on the ground. Got the axle out so we could finish start welding up the truss and control arm pockets, everything along the lines of getting it ready to sit back on the ground. We're gonna fit the top plate up today. Actually, I have it sitting right there. Fit the top plate up today, finish out the little trimming here, weld down this, because we're gonna weld this in one piece, and then put a little trim piece here. I'm gonna set you guys down for a little bit, maybe put you on the bench over here. I'm gonna do some grinding, clean this up, fit this up here, and get it tacked up, get it ready to weld out. Angled up, right? So what I got to do, this piece from here to here is not fitting properly, so I just need to bend a little bit here and maybe bend down just a hair there, and we'll get this thing fitted up just nice.
What did he say?
Just nice. Real nice? Maybe. Sometimes my brain doesn't think. Got a pretty good fit up going. All the way. Happy with that, I can feel that. So right there. I just gotta fix this little piece right here. Then we should be good to go and weld it out. Before I weld up the axle truss, I have to measure. So obviously we're welding full down here, right? And then we'll measure, probably break it up into sections, maybe measure this, probably fully weld that out, and maybe just fully weld this out. I'm not 100% sure yet. We're gonna measure it for sure, find what suits my OCD the best, and go from there. So I've got the axle truss pretty much laid out as far as welding goes, and the pattern I'm gonna go. I like to skip, like if I weld on one side, the opposite side is gonna have no weld, right? So if you see an X, that means I'm not welding there. If you see a W, very rough W, but if you see a W, that means I am welding there. So it kind of will make more sense to you if you see it. So welding fully down here, I don't really need a W there. X, so we're not welding there. W, so it's every 4 inches, and then I kind of ran out because this is 10 inches from here to here. So I kind of wanted to keep the 4 inches because that's what this is down here. So we'll go 4 inches, skip 4 inches, weld 4 inches, then we'll go 2, then we'll weld up here. We'll skip the top here. We're gonna weld this whole thing. I have an X here, but I'm just gonna weld that whole thing. And then we're gonna weld to here, stop, weld here, skip there, little weld, skip, weld, skip, and then weld up this, quote unquote. but it won't be, actually I may weld down this just so it's easier as far as welding goes. When I say down, I'm not going to weld down it.
When I say down, I'm not gonna weld down
I'm going to flip it and weld sideways.
A few moments later.
I welded down the thing I said I wasn't going to weld down. I welded down it. I don't care. Look, it turned out great. All right, so I got the rear welded out. Gonna flip over to the front. Just wanted to shoot the rear real quick, so I'll show you guys. And then didn't move it, welded straight down. Real welders will say that's not a real weld, but good thing I'm not a real welder, huh? So got the axle trim pieces cut out, bent, ready to be fit up here. So we'll fit this up there, fit this little guy up here, and then we'll weld them out. All right, so axle's done, trimmed out. I just gotta weld that out there. Ran out of argon. No argon. Got the cab off the frame so we can start finishing these guys here, get it all lined up better. Still got to finish transmission crossmember. There's so much I got to finish on the frame, but it's there. Waiting on transfer case, should be here today. We did order that from Atlas, but yeah, so we're to a point to where we got to go get argon, lunch, and then run to a real job site to actually work, and then we'll be back at it tomorrow. All right, so after a long day of things not going as planned, we're kind of back to where we started the day off. Got a new transmission crossmember completely built out. Drive shaft yoke fits, shift actuators fit, nothing in the way now. Bracket goes on with no problems. So I didn't get much video today because I was just cranking, busy rebuilding this transmission crossmember, but I did get a little bit of footage of just cutting the transmission crossmember. Test fitting the transfer case in. Failed. Big problem. No fit. So the shifter actuator, whatever you want to call these plungers, they are crashing into my transmission crossmember. So we have to completely rebuild transmission crossmember to get the transfer case in. That's why this isn't finished welded out, because we weren't 100% sure on this, and I was right. It doesn't fit. So back to the drawing board on transmission crossmember, and that's where we're at. Got a little bit done, but But we'll definitely be back with a bigger update tomorrow, and hopefully get this thing ready to be on the ground. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and end the video here, just to get caught up on video editing and stuff like that. The video is about 10 minutes long, so it's a good time to cut it loose. So thanks for watching. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe like all the cool kids say, and I'll see you in the next one.